All right, friends, we are popping on here for a look at a special weather statement, which means a strong storm in the southern parts of the county. We've got, I guess, the northwestern two-thirds of the county in some pretty heavy rain right now. So let's kind of go to all of it here. Wide view of everything that we're looking at. Here is the special weather statement, which talks about the southwestern part of Rutherford County until 1:30. Winds up to 40 miles an hour and maybe some pea-size hail with that. And you can see some of the areas where we may be seeing some of the hail right now. And when this storm came through earlier, the very northeastern corner maybe of the county, small portion of Rutherford County under a flood advisory for areas that include Smyrna and Laverne for the most part here. The storm's coming through, going to dump between a half an inch and 2 inches of rain. Actually, a half an inch or 2 inches of rain has already fallen, and additional rainfall rates of about an inch could cause some flooding. So a flood advisory here in Rutherford County as well. That's the northern extent. Here's our full county view. Let's do a little inspection of the storms. See if we can punch up any high winds. There's some winds near Spantown Road that could be a little higher than the norm in terms of storm. An interesting little feature there coming up on 269 there in Eagleville near downtown. Keep an eye on that. This particular special weather statement goes up to about Amaville over to just north of Overall. In terms of high winds, the best wind bag we have right now is around over Las Casas. And I saw some of this come through my area. Now, if we take a look at our hail product or something that allows us to kind of inspect what's falling, if there's any hail, it's going to be very small. Okay? Right there. And if there is any hail, this is where we're seeing it. From Eagleville to Mount Vernon, Pleasant Hill, Rockvale, up toward Windrow, Barfield, Tulip Hill Estates, up toward Las Casas Villa, and between Kittrell and Reedyville. So again, this is a special weather statement in the purple box, and that's going to go for another 12 minutes. Flood advisory for the next 3 hours for northern parts of the county. So we'll leave the radar up here and going and kind of watch things, but just kind of wanted to pop on and let you know what is going on out there. Likely seeing some stormage. It could be a stormy afternoon. At least that's what we're kind of expecting here. Give you a look at some of the conditions around the county with our Skycam and conditions right here. We've got Sue and Miss Carlin reporting rain north Murfreesboro and also some hail near MTSU. Most recent report here, probably from what popped up right there. You think? Purple. You get a chance to send us a picture about how large that hail is. It would be great. You can do so safely. And yeah, Leah, it always seems to happen when the UPS driver comes up, the rain starts to fall. Pull back out and give you a full county view. And this special weather statement is going to continue for another 10 minutes here in Rutherford County. Also got another report from Sophie saying that had some hail near the South Rutherford Walmart. So that would kind of coincide with what happened over near the university. Stop it right here and there's MTSU. Let's see if I can. Yeah, probably the purple that shows up right there was the hail as it came through near the university and then pops up over Twin Oak Drive. And then, well, obviously right here, right? Purple showing some small hail likely. That's a pretty good area of small hail, honestly. Got a chance to send us some photos of that. Easiest place, I guess, would be to tag us on our social post, or you can send it to rutherfordwx@gmail.com. And if you send a photo, maybe put a penny or a dime or something like that in your hand. That way we can kind of see how those hailstones look. You got to have a comparison, otherwise it doesn't really give you a good idea of how big those are. Rain continuing in Smyrna and Laverne, but the heaviest of the rain right through the center of the county. Again, the special weather statement for another 7 minutes or so. Flood advisory for the next 3 hours for the northern parts of Rutherford County. What you're seeing there is current radar and a couple of cameras there. Our special weather statement and flood advisory scrolling at the bottom. Just to answer a few more questions. Elizabeth saying it slowed down a little bit in Smyrna. Still pouring at Northfield and Broad. Thanks, Sue. Crazy D. McMinnville, probably going to be pretty much like what we've got going on here in Rutherford County, but we pretty much just cover Rutherford County. Yeah, Sue, I'm not on continuous here. Same for Crazy D. It's just a special weather statement here, or heavy thunderstorm. So we just popped on just to make sure everybody knew that it wasn't anything severe at this point. If I pull out, there are no severe thunderstorm warnings out, as a matter of fact. So no reason to stay on and just talk and talk. 3 severe thunderstorm warnings are in effect around the country. That's it. Several flooding. Might wind up being a problem for us today. I'll probably hang in here another couple of minutes to see if there is an extension of the special weather statement. The storms continue. And here's the thing. Our storms are going to continue streaming this way, right? It's down in Columbia and Spring Hill that's going to continue its progression right over this area. So while it has gotten lighter up here in Smyrna, Laverne, we see more rain popping up back to the west here too. Continuing to take a look at what's going on here in Rutherford County. The rain coming down pretty good in the Siegel area. Here's a look outside. Rain on the lens. Let's go to the downtown Rutherford County Courthouse. Heavy rain downtown. Continuing to fall. On South Church Street from the studios of WGNS, looking at the tall 13-story building downtown, nothing but clouds and rain. Rain, rain, rain. Out to radar, and we're looking at the radar in the mode of where it's raining, how hard it's raining. That's what you can see right there. Continuing here on Rutherford Weather. That flood advisory is going to go until 4:15. Until 4:15. Let's see if we can take a look at how much rain has fallen. Radar estimates in the last hour. Some pretty good amounts. Anywhere in yellow is going to be at least an inch, almost an inch and a half. Radar estimate. So I'd say 3/4 to an inch here in the southern parts of the county. And that's what we've seen here in Laverne, maybe 1/4 of an inch, 3/4 of an inch. So that's a couple of areas where the heavier rain. Wouldn't be surprised to see maybe a flood advisory down here for the southern portions of the county if the heavy rain continues. But right around downtown, about an inch. And that's within, that's radar estimates here within the last hour of our rainfall. And that special weather statement has popped off here. Been allowed to expire. So we'll hang close by, but just wanted to give you an update. Got some thunder, lightning back here between Blackman and downtown. Sharpsville, some heavy rain, maybe some small hail out that way. Or just really heavy rainfall. If there is any hail, it's going to be pretty small, I would think. Let's see. Looking over a few of the comments. I think we're in good shape there, catching up on some of those. I fixed our audio issue, I think. So we'll keep monitoring here for the next few minutes, okay? And see if there's any flood advisory or anything like that that's issued. Keep the radar looping here. And as you can see, this rain is going to continue making its way through the county from the southwest to the northeast. May be hard to see the county, but right around in here, okay? That's kind of roughly the county. Lighter rain filling in there. Do expect on and off storms today. More storms are possible later this afternoon and evening. So we'll keep things going here for the next few minutes. See if there are any changes from the National Weather Service. But again, the flood advisory, and that's for our extreme northern areas, Smyrna and Laverne. But we've had just as much rain here down to the south, really right in here. Now, there are some areas. Let me do a little better draw here. Pretty much right in this area is where we've seen a lot of the heavy rain. This from the first storm that came through. But if you're from Christiana down in this neck of the woods, Fosterville, Big Springs, Plainview, see maybe a little shower, but not a whole lot. Continue to watch things here for the next few minutes on Rutherford Weather. Okay, before we end, let me pop over full screen here and bring up our models. Okay. So we're going to take this into the future. This is showing what would have been happening around 1 o'clock. Pretty good idea of that. 2 o'clock, still going to have rain around, right? Probably even 3 o'clock. So several more hours of rain and storms. And then by 4 and 5 o'clock, which is different from earlier this morning, showing things kind of tapering off a bit. But here are more showers and storms that pop up this evening right around sunset and pull through between 8 and 9 o'clock. There's 10 o'clock, another little line of storms before it's all said and done. So that's what we'll have to watch for here this afternoon and see if that is what materializes here. But for now, we'll kind of end things here on Rutherford Weather. And if anything pops up, we'll be sure to bring it to you. So be sure to share this out to friends and family. Let them know we're covering you here in Rutherford County with Rutherford Weather. Stay tuned. And